In this video, what we are going to learn is just sequence and series. And when I say sequence and series, the part I'll first talk about is sequence. And we are going to talk about just AP and GP. What is AP and what is GP? AP is arithmetic progression, while GP is geometric progression. There are things you need to memorize in this place, and they are just Tn as number of the term. That term, if you are given any term, just so that first term plus n minus 1 close bracket d, where this n is the number of term, minus 1 is a constant, d here is a common difference, and this a here is the first term. Also, last term here, it has the same formula as number of term. That means if you are finding a term and the last term, they are given by the same formula. Also, the next thing you are going to know here is that this is your d that we said is common difference. The formula is given as tn minus 1. That means I can say that d is equals to t4 minus t3. Since if n is 4 minus 1, that's 3. This simply means that if I say that a sequence is given, I have like maybe 3, 6, 9 plus 3, that's 12. So that if I'm going to find my d here, my d can be given as 9 minus 6, that's t1, 2, 3, that's t3 minus t2, 9 minus 6, that's 3, or just so that's t2 minus t1, that's 6 minus 3, that's t3. So my d can be given as tn minus 1. Also, the next thing you have to know is that your a here is the first term, and the last thing you have to know here that you have to memorize in AP is your sum of a term is equals to n into bracket first term plus last term over 2. Do you know this one? This thing is like this. You know, when I say sum of a term, it simply means we want to add everything in that sequence together. That means the first thing you have to know the number of the term. How many number do we have? If they have 12, just write it down. Now, what's the next thing? Add your first term and your last term, add them together. If you add them together, multiply it by the number of term, then divide this by 2. That expression will give you the sum of the term that you are looking for. Most textbooks, they don't write it like this. The way they write it, they will have to expand it. And don't forget, I already said that this last term is equals to L equals to A plus N minus 1 close bracket D. So if you are going to prove it now, let me just show you the proof. I said if I want to prove this now, how do I prove it? It's very simple. Just record the formula. We already said that Sn equals to n into brackets a plus l all over 2, right? So from here I can say that Sn is then equals to n into brackets a plus this last time, I've said this before, that this last time is equals to a plus n minus 1 close bracket d. There was a d here, so I can say that that's equals to another a plus n minus 1 close bracket d, right? So from here I can just say n all over 2. So I can say Sn is equals to n into brackets a plus a, that's 2a plus n minus 1 close bracket d all over 2. And to finish it, it's just Sn equals to n over 2 into brackets 2a plus n minus 1 close bracket d. Almost all the textbooks or any other point, this is how they give it. But this formula, this is where they derive it from. It is from Sn equals to number of term multiplied by the sum of the first term and the last time divided by 2. Now let's move to examples. Let's show the examples on this. So in this example, we have the first term of an AP is equal to twice the common difference d. Find the fifth term. Find in term of d the fifth term. Now this is very simple. How do we solve this? Let's take this as example 1. Remember, I already said that a is the first term, so we can say that the first term of an APA is equivalent to twice the common difference. That, remember that d is common difference, so we can say that that's 2d. A equals to 2d. Now today, in terms of what? In terms of d, find the fifth term. That's very simple. Remember the formula Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 close bracket d, isn't it? So from here we say we should find T5, where n is equals to 5. So T5 will be equals to my a is 2d, so I can say 2d plus n minus 1 still remain. Remember, n minus 1 here, n is 5, that's 5 minus 1, that's 4 close bracket d. That means for me I can say that my T5 is then equals to 2d plus 4d, and that's then equals to 6d. Final answer. Is that one hard? No. So this is another example here. They said if minus 8 comma n m comma n comma 19 are in AP, find m and n. This is very simple to be find. Remember, but there's one trick I want you to know, that C1 is always equals to, from first term A, C2 is equals to 3, T2 is equals to A plus D, T3 is equals to A plus 2D, T4 is equals to A plus 3D. If you observe, that's when they bring that n minus 1. N minus 1 is 3, 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. That's why you don't have D here at all. Do you get? So let's keep that trick one side. So what I'm saying here is that they said if minus 8 m n 19 are in AP, find the value of m and n. This is very simple. The first thing you know that is that your A is equals to minus 8. Keep that. But your D, you can't know your D. Why can't you know our D? Because D is equals to Tn minus Tn minus 1. Abi? So if I say that m minus 8, that's m plus 8 equals to D. Or I can say that n minus m, that's also equals to D. 19 minus n is also equals to D. So if I want to find my D in this place, how do I find it? That will lead us to simultaneous equation. Yes. So for me, I can say that my A is equals to minus 8, and I know that my T2 in that place, my T2, this is my T1, T2, T3, T4, T1, T2, T3, T4, right? So I can say my T2, which is m, I can say that is equals to the formula I gave you just now. I say T2 is equals to A plus D, isn't it? So for me, I can say that my T2, which is what? Which is M. So I can say M is equals to A plus D. So therefore, I can say that M equals to A is what? Minus 8. That's minus 8 plus D. So correct items, I can say that M minus D equals to minus 8. Call that one equation 1. So if you want to move forward again, if you want to find your N, now how do you find your N? Very, very simple. So that N is what? This is T1, T2, T3. So N is T3. So I can say that N is equals to A plus, now what D? Is it 2D, 3D? We are going to know. This is 1D. I mean now, this one does not have D. This is 1D. This is 2D. So it will be what? A plus 2D. So for me, I can say that my N is then equals to, my A is minus 8, that's minus 8 plus 2D, isn't it? So for me, I can say that N minus 2D equals to minus 8. Call this one equation 2. For me here, I've already seen my equation 1, M minus D equals to minus 8, and my equation 2, N minus D equals to minus 8 also. So I can say that, just recall the equation. Now if I'm going to recall this, I'm going to say that M minus D equals to minus 8, and N minus 2D equals to minus 8. For me, how do I find my M, and how do I find my D? With all these, we see that we have three unknown values. We have M, D, and N, but we have just two equations. That means these two equations cannot solve these three unknown values. But there is a way I can get this my D. Remember, this is my equation 1, and this is my equation 2. Remember, there's a time I gave you, I said last term is equals to A plus N minus 1 close bracket D. From this place, you can find your D. How? Because you already know your last term from the question. The question is minus 8mn 19. That is, my last term here is what? Is 19. So I can say that my last term here is what? 19 equals to my A, which is first term, minus 8 plus into bracket. How do I know my N? This is N equals to 1, N equals to 2, N equals to 3, N equals to 4. So I can say that N equals to 4, 4 minus 1, that's 3D, isn't it? Now I can say that my 19, if 8 comes here, that's 8 plus 19 equals to 3D. 8 plus 19 is 27 equals to 3D. So divide by 3, 3 cancel 3. So therefore my D equals to 9. That means I can solve my D in these two equations. So I can say that from equation 1 here, I can say M minus 9 equals to minus 8. So from here I can say that my m equals to minus 9 comes here. That's minus 8 plus 9, and that's equals to 1. That means m equals to 1. And also for equation 2, like we said, n minus 2 equals to minus 8. I already know my d. My d is what? My d is 9. So 9 times 2, that's 18, minus 18. So I can say that my n minus 18 equals to minus 8. If minus 18 comes here, that's n equals to 8 minus 18 plus 8, minus 8 plus 18. Minus 8 plus 18, that's n equals to 10. So therefore I can say that n equals to 10 and m equals to 1. So therefore the value of m comma n is equals to 1 comma 10, and that's the final answer. Look forward for more example in other videos.